Welcome back, lords and ladies, to where we left off last time. We just taken out a bunch of bandits. You leveled up nicely. Up you go. Get that up. Get that up. Okay. Probably Battleforged. Battleforged is really nice for all my melee troops. Get that up. Boost his morale. Health that won't do much for, but melee defense is important, especially for him, because he's going to have to be fighting really big monsters. We'll take Battleforged as well. Right. With this, it will max out his resolve. His health and his range defense. So his resolve is maxed out now, which is going to be really powerful for his rally ability. Yeah, so he's really powerful. Battleforged, fearsome, duelist. What do I want to get to him? Fearsome is always useful. Berserker is very nice. Although with his current AP setup, it would if we stayed still, we get 2 attacks off of him, which is very nice. I may take footwork just so we can pull him out of conflict zones, though, because he's too important to get killed. Now he's our main morale focus, so he has to stay in the fight no matter what. Well, he has to be alive no matter what, so he needs to be able to get out of scrapes. Right. Crown's well deserved. Okay. So we're going to sell some of these things off. Right. So we got a good chunk of money. That's good. Grab some more food. No work that's really interesting for me now. Where do we want to go? Let's go down here, actually. We'll go back this way and see if we can explore a bit, because there's obviously still a lot of stuff out this direction we haven't seen. And I'd like to see what's there. I'm going to hold until dawn, just in case there's any islands or anything. Then we'll push in this direction. Oh, we're getting a throwing net. Rat catchers can be useful because they do give you occasionally free throwing nets. The downside of having a rat catcher is if you can get the event where they'll basically add rats to their stewing pot, to the company's supplies, and some people don't mind it, some people really, really do. So it's going to be up to how you handle it, basically. Right. head this way. Looks like a patrol. Right, everything's here still standing. They've got a contract for missing people. So we're going to grab some food. It's massively overpriced for what it is, but I'm going to grab it anyway because I want to go exploring. Going to sell some of these brains to clear up some of our inventory space. While I'm at it, I'm going to... No, there's no one here who's a crossbow. I want basically another range unit as backup. Right, we're going to head off this way into the fog. There's some really good places, if we can only find them, some like legendary places that were added in the DLC that I desperately want to find. We found one of them, which was the Sunken Temple, which was like a quest, like a puzzle one. But there should be many others. Brittle Hovel. One thing I never do, which is one of the things that I find really a shame about this game, is that there's no incentive for me to camp. Your character's Lost Lord's demise. The sad remains of a merciless battle, an epidemic, or catastrophic, or other catastrophe. The Slayers dug a large hole and piled the corpses inside. Many ancient legionnaires. Yeah, I mean, the one thing I will say about this game that I am disappointed with to a certain extent, it's that, what's this? Plunderer's Base. Small camp erected by orcs. So it's somewhat younglings, some warriors, and an orc warlord. Yeah, I'm not fighting that. No offense, but like orc warlords are some of the nastiest creatures in the game. Something triggered. I didn't know what it was. I must have seen something just on the edge of the mist. Cavern of the Green Death. This cave has been occupied by greenskins and turned into a foul-smelling camp. A few orc younglings, some orc berserkers. So we're definitely in orc territory now, rather than greenskin, which is interesting. I predicted that the greenskins, as you can see up here, with Wadlock Zum, that Wadlock Zum is the outspot for the goblins, so they must be, interesting enough. Frenzied Axe Den. Okay. So there's two different tribes of greenskins, well, of orcs, I should say. Sorry, I'm a Warhammer player, so whenever I see goblins and orcs, I just think greenskins. Okay. Retreat of the Puppet Master. A necromancer, a plethora of zombies, a plethora of armored zombies, some guys, a necromancer, renegade bastion. Some marksmen, many brigands, and a leader. Okay. I need to buy some food before we can go exploring some more. So this is definitely orcs territory that we're in, which is both good and bad. Orcs are just a pain. Orcs are just a massive pain. All joking aside, I know people say, oh, the greenskin invasion is the easiest late game catastrophe to hold on a second, folks. Sorry about that, folks. As I was saying, I know that people say that they find the Greenskin Invasion to be like the best early game catastrophe to meet, because obviously the orcs tend to be the least armoured most of the time, unless you run into orc warriors. Ah, here we go. Here's one of the new things. Curious shipwreck. Atop some tree sits a large wooden structure. Strange as it seems, it looks like a ship. Here we go, let's check that out. The ship is wrecked amongst the trees, and some of which have long since started to grow through it. As far as you're aware, there is neither sea nor river for miles. Wilbur walks up and halts at the very sight. By the old gods, is that a ship? You sigh and tell your company to stay here while you and your very observant sellsword go and take a look. Let's see what secrets are inside. You step into the bows of the ship. It's completely vacant save for a stump of an axe head chopped into it. Wilbur looks at it. That's an axe head. Nodding, you say that there it is indeed, but the metal of it carries veins of some sort, golden hue. Getting close to the stump, you can see embers glittering upward out of the wedge. Wilbur taps your soldier, and you find him pointing into the dark of the ship. Skeleton, dead one. You just faintly can see the pale bones. As you draw near, the clothing becomes apparent, and readily observes as royal attire. There is a cracked ale horn in one hand and a mouldy loaf of bread in the other. His jacket is blown open and shredded by splinters. Some close inspection, some of the wood is embedded in his brain pan. Inspect the stump. Seeing as for the skeleton, his beer and bread aren't going anywhere, you leave it be. The axe head, however, draws your eye again. Wilbur walks over to the stump and growing wedge. He tries to take it out. Finding no luck there, he steps back and kicks it further in. The trump cracks in twain, and the sellsword suddenly flies upside down as the axe head shoots through the roof of the boat and can be heard clunking and clattering down its sides outside. Debris and smoke drifts lazily about. The sellsword gets up and pats himself off. What the hell was that about? You suss him and point. A little golden goose squats where the stump base used to be. The scene of its metal glows and swirls. You hear stories of a golden goose, but never thought you'd ever hear anything about it. Is it for real? Wilbur stumps forward. Sir, what are you doing? You wave him off and pick the golden goose up, holding it with both hands. It feels oddly warm. You weren't expecting it's not exploding or melting your face. You can feel its metal rippling ever so slightly against your fingers. It might be growing? With the treasure safely hurdled beneath your elbow, you wonder why the skeleton didn't fare better. Wilbur walks up and touches the golden goose on the head, but quickly recoils. You ask if it burnt him. His sellsword purses his lips. Really, sir? Was it that obvious? He sticks his finger in his mouth. You tell him not to be so snidey with your commander, or you'll throw the goose at him and see if it makes short work of him as it did the skeleton. The man shrugs. Oh, look at the man chosen by the shiny bauble. Put a blade beneath a wing so it's your night. A wing so it's night, yeah? Or hells, why not put it on your head and call yourself king already? You look down at the goose. A drop of blood runs down its length, turning gold. The drops to the ground with a tiny plink. You pick it up and bite it. The gold smooth, safe, satisfy your teeth, and you can throw it to Wilbur. It does not burn him this time. You realise that you may have found the genuine golden goose from the tales. You have the golden goose. The tales are true. Okay, let's see what this does. Golden goose. A small goose. A small goose statue crafted from solid gold. A tiny golden egg mysteriously emerges from the statue once a day. You get 15 crowns daily. Oh, is that all? Okay. Well, I suppose their crowns are made out of solid gold, so it's worth 3,000. That's nice. You have another legendary item. That's really cool. We found the goose that lays the golden eggs. We can't interact with that anymore. I thought we'd get an achievement for that. Right, armor attachments. People have been saying that I need to buy armor attachments. I really do, but I tend to be a skinflint with my money, which is not a good thing. I really shouldn't. Right, I know my weird R went off over here. So let's... I'm going to have a gander up this way, and then we'll swing back. Gunard Helm. I just like exploring. The world is much more enjoyable to explore now that you have... Okay, time to leave. Because that's a lot of orcs, and I dislike orcs. We could probably take them, to be honest. But why bother and risk it? So let's beat a hasty retreat. So this is definitely Orcish territory, which is good to know. We'll get back to town, buy some supplies, do the mission if they need us to do that mission. If that mission for them is still available. Yeah, it is. They've had a shipwreck, so everything's going to cost them more money, which isn't really great. Mission, hunt down what's terrorizing the locals. And it's more of these guys. Oh, okay. That's not fantastic. But these guys need... I need to get these guys' experiences up. So it's going to be you lot. I'm going to bait these guys towards the mountains. At least towards the hills, and hopefully get a height advantage. Okay. Well, this sucks, because now we're going to have to fall back very fast. Because they're on the mountain, and we are not. So, yeah, this is bad. Gotta love the quirks of this game. Somehow we can be on the high ground, and yet we're not on the high ground in deployment. Used to be shot him in the face. Come on. Get into formation. He can't do anything, so shield wall. Shield wall, he's done, he's done, he's done. That's not great. Hopefully we can kill enough of them that we can break the morale early. allowed to try and push to keep him off the corpses. Here we go. Right. Well, we gotta get this party started one way or the other, don't we? So... sort of really put him to not think this out well enough. Got to keep him off that food supply. Here we go. Nice. That was a mess up on my end. Get here. Hold the bodies. Delay. Now, push. Release the dogs. Get as many people on him as possible. Just keeps... I can't hit him. Kill them all. There we go. They're all dead. Nicely done. Archer leveled up. More fatigue. And Yeah, I'll give him Berserk. There we go. So he'll be, if he gets a kill with his bow, he'll get 4 shots that turn, which is excellent. Excellent. Everyone's coming along really nicely. And that's where we're going to end it, folks. If you've liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Steam. You can even comment in the comment section, and I'll get back in contact with you. This has been Brattle Brothers, Beasts, and Exploration DLC, and we have found a lot of very interesting things, and we shall continue to do so until next time. Goodbye, everybody.